Hello.
Hello.
How is everyone?
Good. How are you, Jen?
Good. Thanks, Brendan.
Did you enjoy your day yesterday, Jen?
I did. Thank you. Yeah, it was a beautiful weekend.
It
So
was, yeah.
we were outside all weekend. So it was good. It was nice.
Perfect.
So I have already. Cool.
What?
These are MCIC.
Yeah, first. Mary Beth said she was going to come in here. I don't know. Hi, Denny.
Hey guys.
Hi, Denny.
Hey.
How you
Hey,
doing?
George. Okay, we got the whole Brady bunch here now.
Bongo.
All looks good. And you need a new chair. You need a new chair. Okay.
Are we all here? Six, seven. Eight. Seven. I don't know if she has me signed in or not. Can we start? Okay. Are we waiting for John Marquardt? Or I can't see if he's in the.
I'm on, Mayor.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I think we're all here.
Okay. Okay. Good evening. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Welcome to the meeting of the Mayfield Community Improvement Corporation. It is Monday, September 21st, 2020. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code Section 121.22, specific to the recent amendments made in the light of the current COVID-19 declared emergency House Bill 197 under the orders of Governor DeWine and the Director of Health. The commission will be remotely via electronic means. The public is invited to view the meeting live and can access the meeting through a link posted on Mayfield Village website at www.mayfieldvillage.com. This meeting has been properly noticed to all news media. The proceedings will be conducted in compliance with all applicable state laws and regulations. Mrs. Betsa, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Jurasek,
Here.
Mr. Marquardt,
Here.
Mr. Myers,
Here.
Mrs. Mills,
Here.
Mr. Murphy,
Here.
Mr. Williams,
Here.
Mr. Shutt,
Here.
Mayor Bodnar, Mr. Nguyen, Mr. Coyne, and Mr. Marquardt are also present for this meeting.
Thank you very much. I need an approval of the minutes of the meeting of May 18th, 2020.
Make a motion to approve.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Discussion? There's no discussion. Roll call, Ms. Betsa?
Mrs. Jurasek,
Yes.
Mr. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Shutt.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to approve entering into a resolution of the Board of Trustees with regard to the creation of the COVID-19 Small Business Relief Fund. May I have a motion for this, please?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
I have a second.
Second.
Are there any discussions?
Madam Chair, this is Tony Coyne. If there are any questions with the administration of this program, you could have John maybe explain it.
Mr. Marquardt, do you have anything to add to this?
Just mechanically speaking, Madam Chair, the intent of the program, and this has been discussed with the law department as well, is for me in my role to intake and verify that applications to this program are complete and eligible up to the point that the fund would be exhausted, assuming that council funds it, and then bring those applications to a subsequent meeting of MCIC for final approval. So it should really require only one more meeting of this body to approve these applicants.
Madam Chair, if I could just add from the law
Mr. Nguyen,
department.
do you have anything to add?
Pardon me?
Ron?
How soon would this program roll out, John?
Mr. Myers, if that was you, assuming that the program is approved
1
tonight.
minute, please.
Sure.
Hmm? Okay.
Someone asked how soon,
Huh?
how soon the program will start.
Okay. Are there any further discussions?
Madam Chair, I think Mr. Myers had a question that I could respond to. Is that accurate, Al?
Yes.
Thank you. The intent, if the program is approved and funded this evening under emergency proceedings, that the notice would go out to all companies probably within the week with a deadline to apply October 16th. Quite honestly, I think I'll have more than enough applications prior to that, but we do want to give folks time to compile the necessary backup and get them in. And then I would want to probably convene MCIC third week of October to get the applicants approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Coyne, do you have
Yeah.
anything to add to
I,
this?
I just wanted to point out that what's a little bit unusual is that we are also doing this with a written resolution of the Board of Trustees. Since John's going to try to get this matter rolled out as soon as possible, we thought this was a better way to do so rather than to have it simply done by an oral motion, which has been done in the past. And then that motion would be part of the minutes, which would be approved at the next meeting. By doing it this way, it's properly recorded, effectively recorded. You know, we're working in extraordinary times with this pandemic. And the Small Business Relief Fund is innovative. The MCIC has not done anything exactly like this in the past. So we thought this was an effective way to both record it, memorialize it, and have it to go into effect so that Mr. Marquardt could administer this hopefully in October. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Thank you. Mr. Nguyen, do you have anything to add?
No, I do not.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? Ms. Betza, can we have a roll call?
Mrs. Jurassic,
Yes.
Mr. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Are there any other matters you would like to discuss this evening? If not, I need a motion to adjourn this meeting, please.
I
I'd
make
like
a
to make-
motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, roll
Second.
call, Ms. Betza.
Mrs. Jurassic,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mr. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Shutt,
Yeah.
Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Okay. Meeting has been adjourned. Thank you very much for attending.
Welcome to the regular scheduled meeting of council. It's Monday, September 21st, 2020, 7:08 PM. This meeting has been duly noticed and is being held in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 121.22, specific to the recent amendments made in light of the current COVID-19 declared emergency. House Bill 197, under the orders of Governor DeWine and the Director of Health of Ohio, and pursuant to Ordinance 2020-08, adopted March 16th, 2020. Council is meeting remotely via electronic means. Notice of this meeting was sent to the news media on September 17th, 2020. The public was invited to view the meeting live by accessing the meeting through a link posted to the website. The public was also encouraged to view the meeting agenda and offer any comments or questions prior to 6 PM this evening to be read into the record and addressed at the meeting. Comments received in writing or electronically that were not received on time will be read into the record and addressed at the next meeting of council. Mayfield Village is conducting these proceedings in compliance with all applicable state laws and regulations. Mrs. Betza, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Jurassic,
Here.
Mr. Marquardt,
Here.
Mr. Myers,
Here.
Mrs. Mills,
Here.
Mr. Murphy,
Here.
Mr. Williams, Mr. Williams,
George, you're muted.
Sorry.
There you go. There you go.
Sorry. Here.
Mr. Shutt,
Here.
Mayor Bodnar,
Here,
Mr. Nguyen,
Here.
Mr. Coyne,
Here.
Mr. Marquardt.
Here.
All other department heads are viewing this meeting virtually.
Thank you, Mrs. Betza. Please remain seated as I recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May I have consideration of minutes of regular council meeting on August 17th, 2020.
I make a motion to approve as written, please.
Second. Mrs. Betza, roll call, please.
Mrs. Jurassic,
Yes.
Mr. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
yes,
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Scheck.
Yes. May I have consideration of minutes of the special meeting of council from August 31st, 2020.
Make a motion to approve as written, please.
Second.
Mrs. Betza, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Jurassic,
Yes.
Mr. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
yes,
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Scheck.
Yes. Next, we have comments from Mayor Bodnar.
Thank you, Council President. I have no comments this evening.
Thank you, Mayor. The October caucus is scheduled for Monday, October 5th, and the next regularly scheduled meeting of council is Monday, October 19th. Both of these meetings will be held virtually. With regard to upcoming events, Shred Day is scheduled for Halloween, Saturday, October 31st, from 9 a.m. to noon at the Civic Center. For more information, please contact the Civic Center. Next, we have the open portion of our meeting.
Yes, Council President, I did receive one comment, and it was from Donna Roman relative to the resolution of appreciation, which was presented to her at the August 17th council meeting. Donna states, Mayor Bodnar and council, thank you for honoring me with a resolution of appreciation at the last council meeting. I sincerely appreciate the resolution. I've enjoyed my tenure with Mayfield Village, and I hope everyone stays safe and well. Donna.
Thank you, Mrs. Betza. Moving on to the department head reports. First, we have the Finance Department, Mr. Nguyen.
I have no special report this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Nguyen. Next is the Fire Department.
Reporting on behalf of Chief Carciopolo and the Civil Service Commission. The Civil Service Commission met in March and discussed the potential participation in a regional examination for firefighter paramedic with the cities of Euclid, Highland Heights, Lyndhurst, Mayfield Heights, Pepper Pike, Richmond Heights, and South Euclid. The commissioners reviewed the informational packet provided by Chief Carciopolo, who was in attendance to respond to any questions the commissioners had. As pointed out by Chief Carciopolo, one of the advantages to this is you get a larger pool of candidates at a lower cost. Chairman DeBadgis indicated that he would attend the meeting of the respective fire chiefs and representatives of their municipal commissions scheduled the week after for more information. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, this meeting was rescheduled to April. The commission met again in May, and Chairman DeBadgis explained the process. Chairman DeBadgis received authority from the commission to vote on actions taken during the multi-city meetings, and the commissioners approved entering into a participation agreement on behalf of the village and the Civil Service Commission. Applications have been on all of the participating municipality websites since August 31st. The deadline to submit is Friday, October 2nd. The written examination is scheduled for Tuesday, October 6th at the Hilton Garden Inn on Beta Drive. There will be two sessions, examination sessions, one at 5 for the first 100 applicants and one at 8 p.m. for the second 100 applicants. Along with the required documents, the applicants must pass the Tri-State Physical Agility Test. The test scheduled for September 20th booked up. The next test is scheduled for October 25th. We're trying to get the word out that the commission's agreed to extend that date to submit their physical agility certificates to October 27th. As of last week, there were 147 applications submitted. It is hoped that the pool reaches the maximum 200. On behalf of Chief Carciopolo and administration, thanks to the commission for all of their hard work, and special gratitude goes out to its chairman, Henry DeBadgis, who has participated in numerous lengthy meetings to go over the process, review, thoroughly discuss the procedures, and prepare for and attend the examination. Thanks again, Henry. If there are any additional questions, please feel free to contact me by email or phone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Betza. It was nice work by all communities involved. Next, we have the Law Department, Mr. Coyne.
Yeah, no formal report this evening, but if there are any questions about some of the items on the agenda, I'll be glad to address them when they come up.
Thank you, Mr. Coyne. There are no in-committee status reports at this time. There is also no old business at this time. Moving along to new business. Motion to approve recommendation from Planning and Zoning Commission concerning the new maintenance garage and athletic storage building for Mayfield High School at 6116 Wilson Mills Road. Have a motion to approve.
I'd make a motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Any questions? Mrs. Betza, roll call, please.
Mrs. Jurassic,
Yes.
Mr. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams, Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Shai.
Yes. Motion carries. Motion to acknowledge receipt of financial reports for August 2020 and to approve of same as submitted.
I make a motion to acknowledge the receipts of the financial reports for August 2020.
Second.
Discussion? Any questions? Mrs. Betza, roll call, please.
Mrs. Jurassic,
Yes.
Mr. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Shai.
Yes. Motion carries. Motion to authorize an expenditure in the amount of $21,250 to Southeastern Equipment Company for tow behind air compressor.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Any questions? Mrs. Betza, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Jurassic,
Yes.
Mr. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Shai.
Yes. Motion carries. Resolution number 2020-41 entitled,
An emergency resolution authorizing Mayfield Village to enter into an exchange agreement with the Mayfield City Schools Board of Education.
Motion to approve, please.
Second.
discussion? Any questions? Mrs. Betza, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Jurassic,
Yes.
Mr. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Shai.
Yes. Resolution passes. Resolution number 2020-42 entitled,
A resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county fiscal officer.
Motion to approve, please.
Second.
discussion? Any questions? Mrs. Betza, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Jurassic,
Yes.
Mr. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Shai.
Yes. Resolution passes. Resolution number 2020-43 entitled,
An emergency resolution authorizing Mayfield Village to enter in a memorandum of agreement with the cities of Highland Heights and Mayfield Heights regarding the Community Emergency Response Team, CERT.
Motion to approve, please.
Second.
discussion? Any questions? Mrs. Betza, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Jurassic,
Yes.
Mr. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Scheib.
Yes. Resolution passes. Resolution number 2020-44 entitled,
An emergency resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and president of council to grant to East Ohio Gas Company an easement for the installation and future maintenance of a measuring and regulating station on Sound Center Road.
Motion to approve, please.
Second.
discussion? Any questions? Mrs. Betson, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Jurcek,
Yes.
Mr. Markart,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Scheib.
Yes. Resolution passes. Resolution number 2020-45 entitled,
An emergency resolution authorizing an expenditure of $50,000 from the Mayfield Economic Development Fund to the Mayfield Community Improvement Corporation for the COVID-19 Small Business Relief Grant Program.
Motion passed, please.
Second.
discussion?
I'd like to mention, at caucus a few weeks ago, I mentioned that the Senate, the Ohio Senate had passed a bill calling for the release of the remaining CARES Act dollars. And if that were to take place, we would receive about $120,000, part of which could be used to fund this program. As of today, the House has not taken a vote on that measure. And so nothing has moved forward since then. If that changes, we might be coming back and asking to utilize some of those CARES Act funds to fund this program versus the Economic Development Fund. But we'll have to wait until the House votes on it and the governor approves it. So that's the latest update on that.
Thank you, Mr. Nguyen. Any other comments? Any questions? Mrs. Betson, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Jurcek,
Yes.
Mr. Markart,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Scheib.
Yes. Resolution passes. Are there any other matters that come before council this evening? May I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
Mrs. Betson, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Jurcek,
Yes.
Mr. Markart,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mrs. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mrs. Scheib, Mr. Scheib.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. The meeting is adjourned. It is 7:20 p.m. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, good night, everybody.
All right.
Good night, everybody.